sure they know how much they matter. Because
okay, there's one of my moderators. There's my trigger finger moderator.
Themselves, and that includes SANE nurses. If
you're in
an area where you have trained SANE nurses.
Yep. Stephanie, fuck you. Fuck you, Dora, you stupid fucking bitch. You damn thief. You a damn thief, girl. You steal money. How you think people feel when you steal money, you stupid bitch?
Has she held the hand of a child in the emergency room? Has she...
Who claimed that I was an advocate? I never claimed to be an advocate. Okay, I get you until the rest of them come in.
Texas Tiff, I'd like to know that from you as well, advocate.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to mute your shit.
You know what you're an advocate for? Hatred. That's the only thing you're an advocate for.
I am what I am. Leslie Dawn, you got some skeletons in your fucking closet too, bitch. So here we go. They're streaming me now, so they can fucking listen.
Baby girl, I can make my skeletons dance, bitch.
So let me turn this down so I can let's turn it down just a little bit so we don't have to listen to these dumb motherfuckers. Okay. I'm sitting here just giggling about this shit because this is some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. They took Texas Tiff's words and they twisted them and turned them, and you know what they always do. And Tiff told her fucking story, and she is allowed to tell her story to every single person that platforms her and that allows her to tell her fucking story. Dora, how many people have you affected by the money you stole from people? Let that fucking sink in, so shut the fuck up. T, how many people, what did you do to Rim that affected Rim? Let that fucking sink in. Parolee, you got so much fucking shit to say, you dumbass bitch. You couldn't even tell the truth about who the fuck you truly were. No, y'all don't like it because people call you fucking out. Everybody fucking knows what the fuck Mallory did. I'm not sitting up here apologizing for a damn thing. Mallory said Andy was a scammer when Mallory stole a bunch of shit from her moderators and her followers. You know, like your couch and your Ring doorbell and your cold medicine, your everything that you fucking wanted, your snacks and your fucking Cheetos and your whatever else you fucking wanted. So many people on this app have brought awareness to Mallory because of what Mallory is. Y'all can think what the fuck you want to about me because at this point, I don't care. Got it? I don't care. Label me a vile motherfucker. Okay. Go right ahead. I'm good with that. But what you're not going to do, Mallory, is you are not going to accuse somebody of being a fucking scammer when they're not. The scammer is you. You're the scammer. And I told your stupid ass last night, when you show the receipts of Andy scamming, not her fucking receipts from her fucking essay, the receipts from Andy scamming, then I'll show the fucking receipts to knock your fucking stupid ass down. Because you lied. More people than just me have talked about your fucking essay. More people than me. Everybody on the fucking earth has said you were catfished. Get the fuck over it. But you sit up here and you try to make all these fucking stories up. And oh, Stephanie triggered so many people. Block me. If you don't like what I say, block me. You can trash me all you fucking want to. But everybody who truly knows who I am are really the only people that matter to me. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you ruthless ass fucking people say. It was a whole fucking live done on Dora for being a thief. You're so ignorant. You people are so ignorant. Yesterday, I come to realize that y'all motherfuckers are some of the dumbest motherfuckers on this app. When you can't understand that 1 + 1 = motherfucking 2. All you got to do is fucking block me. But all you want to fucking do is stream me and talk your fucking shit. That means nothing to me. Nothing whatsoever. You don't like it because you got caught up in a bunch of fucking lies, Mallory. And I was debunking every fucking one of them, and you don't like that. You hate the fact that you were trying to say somebody that was once in your fucking group was a scammer, and I had all the fucking receipts to show that she wasn't. So you glazed over that. And then you want to talk about Texas Tiff. Texas Tiff's story is real. And you, Mallory, and all your fucking cluckers over there will never take that away from her. Many people have said that your fucking story is fake. You were catfished. It's been told multiple fucking times. So shut the fuck up. Every one of you motherfuckers in a box over there has got fucking skeletons in your little closet. So stop talking about my people over here. If I'm vile, so fucking be it. Block me. It is what it is. Because I don't give a fuck. Everybody in the fucking chat, you were lied to, Mal. Come on, Mal. Who gives a fuck? If you don't want the shit talked about and you degraded for the bullshit, stop fucking coming on a public platform talking about it. All you want to do is consistently talk about, oh, I am the victim. It's me, I'm the victim. No, bitch, you're not. And if you're prompt and you're fucking triggered, you take your finger and you swipe up. It's not that fucking hard. Plain and fucking simple. I don't know the conversation that was held on 13's live, but the bullshit fucking lies that I have heard today has been, wow. God bless. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? So I would have to I really need to actually ask Texas Tiff and 13 what was said, because I can't believe a fuck thing that either any of you motherfuckers say, because y'all have took a fucking story and twisted it and twisted it and twisted it and made it your own fucking narrative, so now you can figure it the fuck out. But I really would like 13 and Texas Tiff to come in and debunk what these dumb bitches over here are fucking saying. It would be great if somebody could share it out to them. Sandra, you still in here, baby? Mallory just mad because there's reinforcement that comes behind her fucking repercussions, everything that she fucking says. Okay. But you're gonna sit up here and say that you're fucking disgusted with Texas Tiff? Please, if you don't mind. Because I would love to know, I would love to hear her response to this dumb shit over here. Because now they're trying to degrade Tiff for what Tiff said. Only because Tiff was telling her fucking story last night, when the easy thing to do is, if you're triggered, take your finger and swipe up. It's that fucking simple. There's also a block button, but y'all motherfuckers don't have content, so your fucking panties get wet when you see me go fucking live. But I do want to make something very clear while we're waiting on those two. Bougetta has said that she made a comment this morning in somebody's live about she can't have me served because I would wipe my ass with it. You motherfucking straight I would. Because you ain't about shit. And you won't ever be about shit. And if you're such a hard ass, bitch, have me served. You said it yourself, I would wipe my ass with it, and you're exactly right. I would actually wipe my ass with it and send it back to you. So, there's that. You can continuously talk your shit, talk about me, but you think you're going to silence me. Yeah, try again, motherfucker. Mallory, shut up and leave Andy and Fizz alone. And you wouldn't have to go through this trauma. You wouldn't have to go through it. Stephanie sees through your bullshit, girl, and you don't like it. Everybody sees through your bullshit, so you had to run over to the side that you talk so much shit about, and you had to, quote, hate bond. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. They may be busy, so they may not be able to come in. But we'll get them. We'll get them another time. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, Mallory, sit over there and shut the fuck up. When she has no idea what rape is or anything of the sort. I was raped as a child, bitch. Fucking try me.
But see, my close personal friends. Here's the thing: my very close personal friends know my trauma. I don't bring it to this fucking app. I don't bring my trauma to this fucking app. If you don't want a fucking opinion about it, keep it off the fucking app, you dumb bitch. Nobody knows what the fuck I've been through because I don't put it out there for the whole fucking world to know. I have private conversations with people about my trauma. I don't have to bring it on the app and get fucking sympathy from fucking strangers on the fucking app. But if you don't want nobody judging you for the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth, Don't talk about it. That's what happens when you bring shit to a public platform. So shut the fuck up about it. If you're triggered, please scroll on. Take your finger, swipe up. It's real simple.
Right?
But sitting over there trying to define me as a fucking character when none of you motherfuckers have ever, there she is, none of you motherfuckers have ever fucking even gotten to know me, had a conversation with me, or nothing. You just running with what all the bulldogs say. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Tiff, will you please grab a box? You tell her what's going on.
I saw, I just posted a PSA video on my page, and again, to anyone who wants to unfollow me, unfollow me. But one thing I will say is that if you don't want your situation judged by half facts, you shouldn't put out half facts or discuss it without understanding people are going to base something on half facts that you put out there. And I'm going to stand strong on also saying that my husband, and I will still call him that because the divorce has not been finalized, the monster, lied to me about his original charge. And we can all agree that if I knew the truth, I would not have had a relationship with him, period. I would not have married him, period. I would not have had sexual activity with him, period. Right? But before he confessed the truth about the lie he told me, which was a huge lie, before he confessed the truth, I did engage in sexual activity with him. Those activities, I do not believe are SA because I willingly engaged in it. Yes, he lied to me. Had he told me the truth, I would never have been in that situation. But that's not SA. That means he was a shitty person. He was a shitty person that did a shitty thing and misled me.
You know,
okay.
Tiff, you were.
I didn't feel forced or coerced to take my clothes off and to have any kind of activity with him.
You were one of the very first people that followed me on TikTok. That's how long I've known you. And you have always figured out a way to find my pages. And I have watched your journey silently. I don't mean, you and I we don't talk every day. We don't talk very much at all on this app.
Phone number.
But I have watched your journey silently every time you get on live and speak about it. You know, the pinned comments and things. I've watched all of that. So
sure you can see when I fall back in the trauma bond too, because as horrible of a person he was, the abuse that I went through, there's a trauma bond. And I tell the truth all the time. I can honestly say that I am now officially 2 weeks no contact again, which is a huge thing. 2 weeks no contact.
You were a surviving victim, and nobody, none of them greasy, grimy motherfuckers over there can take that from you. So instead of trying to debunk her situation when her situation is absolutely factually true, shut the fuck up. Try listening.
Oh, they were trying to debunk my situation? I didn't hear that part.
Not really debunk it, but they were, saying, first of all, T's disgusting gross ass was playing the fucking live.
Oh, I heard that.
Never got your permission to do that, but that she got Mallory's permission.
Right.
You fucking sick. And now Mallory wants to cry and boo-hoo about her situation. And let me make something very fucking clear, because I heard this morning. For you lying ass motherfuckers that are sitting over there saying Tiff was in my box last night dry begging for her car to be fixed, that never fucking happened. Stop fucking.
There's been two versions of that. So I was doing like a live-a-thon on and off all day, going live more than normal, and I had many different subjects that came up. That was also brought up by a snark. Apparently I was supposedly doing that. When, in fact, and I discussed this in Scammy's live as well, in fact, what happened is my car came up when I had said that I need to, even though I hate to do it, I need to retract some of the things I came at other beggars for, as far as the ease of free transportation to medical appointments. Because I've learned since having my car issue, it's not as easy as I had even thought it was. And people had asked me what was wrong with my car, so I went over everything that I had actually fixed and replaced myself, and that I recently paid $250 to have it towed home. I had talked about that, but I also showed a Facebook page of a resource that could help people in this area who are low income, disabled veterans, called Auto Haven. Someone in my chat said, you should do a fundraiser. And my exact words was, no, I could never do a GoFundMe. I always figure it out.
No, Tiff, it was the point of they were saying you were over here dry begging.
Yeah, no.
Nothing was said in my live about your car being tore up.
No.
You were simply telling your fucking story, and they took it and, of course, twisted it.
Two different stories, and they're trying to mix them together, and either which way, both messed up versions, they're trying to twist into me talking about money for my car.
Because they don't listen.
Yeah.
They hear what they want to hear, and they fucking run with it. So
they're grabbing.
They're grasping for straws. Like, y'all need to fucking get a fucking life. If anybody that was in here last night heard your story, never once was it a dry begging session on getting your car fixed.
No.
You know what? If you need your fucking car fixed, girl, inbox me. I'll help you. Inbox me.
And I admitted in my live, I was temporarily homeless at the time when I had purchased a bad vehicle, and then I needed another vehicle to get to my appointments, and in a hasty decision and having a certain budget, I purchased this vehicle. Now, and I paid $2,000 cash, and it's a 2007 Q7 Audi. When something goes wrong on this vehicle, it's going to be costly, But as I said in my live, I have been in communication with Auto Haven, and I also mentioned my car guy, my veteran friend, who has been researching and whatnot, what to do, how to fix it. So it was never a please give me money, I want another car. No, it was never a please give me money because I need a specialized mechanic. No.
But they ran with it.
Yeah.
They ran with it.
Yeah.
Oh, 13's in here now. 13, will you grab a box, please?
Yeah, people were asking me what was wrong with it. And you know what? The car actually started up when I went out to get the code. Normally it will start, but it won't say running. Sometimes it'll start and run. It's some computer thing in it, and unfortunately, the volunteer mechanics with that program, they told me that that's like a special tool, diagnostic tool that they need to get to try to figure it out. I'm like, oh, great, lovely. But I'm happy to report I risked it for the biscuit, and I started my car today and drove down the road to Walmart, and I got me some groceries and made it home. And guess who paid for my groceries? Me. I don't need money for anything. I'm good. I'm solid.
So, to debunk another situation these motherfuckers want to run with, it seems to me, it's them folks that don't like to hear the fucking truth. That's the way it's all appearing to me. So, she said you were in 13's box, and y'all were talking about if you're not, trigger warning, if you're not held down, it's not SA. Was that ever said in your live, 13?
No, never, ever, ever. No.
See, you bitches are lying again.
No.
God.
I mean, you could be laying there participating, but mentally be checked out, Because you feel coerced or forced, and you have no choice. You're fearful.
I mean,
it's not
who the fuck said that anyway?
T's live.
T's live.
Oh my God. Please?
Yeah, they replayed my whole story from this live last night, which, okay, fine. That's cool. Go ahead. I hope you got some gifts off of it. But most of all, I hope that somebody who may be a silent watcher or a regular watcher and hasn't said anything was like, crap, that's happening to me. I need to say something.
T running her mouth obviously triggered somebody. And now they're like, oh, let me try to reach out to this person. Let me try. You fucking did it. You did it. You're sitting over here trying to twist Tiff's story when you sat there and played my fucking live and heard the things that she said, and now you're trying to twist it to fit your fucking narrative. Fuck on with that bullshit. She said what she said. She is a true surviving victim, and you or anybody else will never take that from her. Ever. No, Mallory, your fake ass story is what prompts victims to not speak.
Right. And the saddest part is that in using my story, my talking in a live, sharing my story, in using that and trying to twist a sick narrative, you are actually shaming me and anyone else who's gone through my experience.
Absolutely. 100%.
But I'm not going to go and host my own live and be like, oh, fuck them. And no. I spend my PSA. I will clear up any false stories.
Yep.
Hey,
That's
Stephanie. I'm saying this in the most respectful way as a survivor, who had a very different experience than what Tiffany experienced, and what happened to you is horrific and never should have happened. But I do have to say, the trauma that I experienced was actually from hearing you saying to another woman that her experience was invalid.
It is invalid. And I mean, and if you don't
But
want to
wait a
hear,
second, though, because
if you don't want to hear what I have
but
to
if
say,
you're saying,
take
no,
this
not you,
for
Stephanie,
left.
Tiffany.
No, I
And if-
respect that. But what I'm going to say,
right, and so let me just finish one more sentence, please. I think it's just really ironic and messed up to say, like, Mallory's experience is preventing survivors from coming forward, when it's actually you saying things like someone's essay didn't count is actually preventing women from and survivors from coming forward, because the fear is that you'll be told your essay was not valid and it was not essay. And one more
My
clarification.
question to you.
The comment
Yes.
about, hold on one second, the comment about it, it's not essay if you weren't forced down did not happen in 13
I did not say
live.
that.
I know, I just said it. I'm saying clarifying. It didn't happen in 13's live. It was in like Nincompoop's live. And Cassandra's the one who said it, and it was verified by someone else in this box who agreed with her. And then another survivor came up and explained her marital rape and explained grape, I'm sorry. And she explained that she was not held down. It was not like physically held down, and her grape was still grape. So I think I don't get the point of any of this of saying whose essay was worse. I cannot, as a victim, imagine ever saying that to another woman.
Okay,
Ever.
the point is, do you think that if you were dating somebody, okay, you were dating someone and they lied to you, where'd you go?
I dropped her down.
Oh, but if they lied to you, they told you a lie, which is shitty. They told you a lie, right? And you continued on that relationship and you had sexual activity. Is that SA?
No, it's just like being married and your spouse cheating on you.
Right. If you were married and you found out that your spouse was cheating on you, but you were still engaging in sexual activity because they were hiding that affair, were they SAing you?
Like, right?
No, it's messed up. It's wrong. It's 100% wrong. But that's not SA.
I'm sorry.
And I will say that. And everyone can unfollow me. Everyone can unfollow me. And I'm sorry you're dropped. It's not my life. Go ahead. Unfollow me. That's fine. But I will say it, and you don't have to show any more proof. But what you said was he lied to you. And if you knew the truth, you would not have had sex with him. That was a shitty thing he did to you, Mallory. Shitty thing. He misled you to get something he wanted. That is not great.
Nope. And you're not the first bitch that's ever been lied to. I mean, come on.
That is not great. That means that man is an a-hole. Now, if there is more to the story, then okay. All right, there's more to the story. But all we can go on is this part of the story you have shared. And I'm not saying you have to show proof of any more. But all I'm saying is any opinion formed, such as mine, which is my opinion, okay, is that it's based off of what you said, Mallory. You said he misled you. Had you known the truth, you would not have had sex with him. Okay, we get that. That's shitty. That is shitty. But that does not mean that he assaulted you.
Well, guess what? I did not agree to it. As a child, I did not agree to it. That is sexual assault.
You know, again, my husband lied to me to the point that I stood in front of a federal Judge Kincaid. He lied to me, lied to his whole family about his charge. That was a sexual charge. Lied to me. Lied so well that the freaking U.S. attorneys changed the charge that they were going for. He lied. That does not mean that the times that I laid in bed with him, believing his lie, that those times I laid in bed with him, that those were sexual assault. No, the sexual assault was when I was coerced, forced, felt threatened, felt I had no choice.
And said no.
Yeah. Even if I didn't say anything, if I was laying there, mentally had to check out. Okay? Mentally had to check out. Then that means that it was forced upon me. It wasn't of a willing choice that I did that. It does sound like deception. Not sexual assault, deception. He deceived you. He didn't sexually assault you. He deceived you. And that is horrible. And I feel for you on that. I do. But that is not sexual assault. And to all other sexual assault victims, I'm sorry if you are offended by my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion on my opinion. By all means, I will not take that from you. But I am saying victim to victim to victim to victim to victim, when somebody comes with a story that is not the same as what we went through, it belittles our situation, our trauma, our experience.
Absolutely.
That is what I am saying. No essay is the same. No DV is the same. But the one thing we can agree on is it was all unwanted and we were not willing participants in those.
Yes.
Okay? When you are misled and deceived and you willingly lay down with somebody, that sucks. That's horrible. Go after that person for that. See what legal ramifications they can face for that. But do not belittle and mock the experiences of DV and SA victims who unwillingly had these things happen to them. That's all.
And I just want to say, too, being a mother to two grown men, if a bitch like you ever crossed their path and put that shit on them because they lied to a female, I would hunt you down like a bloodhound. So you need to think about both fucking sides. If you ever put this man's name out on fucking TikTok, he would automatically be labeled as something he is not. But you will never compare your experience to Tiff's experience and say that I am just vile for saying the shit that I said to you last night, Mallory. Thanks, Gammy.
Hey, if I could say something quick, I was driving, I was listening to T's garbage over there. And if I could clarify a couple things that they're saying that is inaccurate. T, first of all, every time somebody opens their mouth, it's not fucking about you. Okay, so I don't know if you're overly paranoid or what. The comment about Tiff dry bagging and talking about doing a GoFundMe was in a live this morning, and Snark made those allegations. Nobody is saying that you made the allegations, okay? That's number one. And number two, during my live, Tiff answered that. And people were in her live and said, under no circumstances was she asking for money or putting a GoFundMe. So again, T, you are putting information out that's not accurate. Okay, Ms. came up into your box and clarified that it was said in her live. Okay? So I've noticed, T, that you start talking about shit you don't know about. Last night, there was a subject brought up, you didn't know about it. And people had to school you on what it was about. So before you open your mouth and you make comments about shit, why don't you make sure you have the story straight? Number two, you're talking about, Mallory's talking about Tiff saying she's asking for money. Are you fucking kidding me? She had lives for days begging for money for her boyfriend's birthday.
Thank you.
And she still has her payment apps in her link tree. So you really want to, Mallory, call out people? I already had Tiff on my live today so she can explain herself. But why don't you fucking explain again to people, Mal, why you collected money for your boyfriend's birthday and you still have your payment apps in your link?
And why her moderators and her followers bought her couch. Why one of her moderators bought her a Ring doorbell. Why one of her followers had to buy her cold medicine, have it door dashed. Explain all of that, Mallory.
And I don't know. I haven't seen any receipts on that stuff. So I'm talking about exactly what I've seen with my own eyes. And what I've heard with my own ears. And from what Snark put out today was a bold-faced lie. Okay, we already proved that. Okay, what I have said today about Mallory is absolutely true because I saw it happen in real time and it's still in her link tree. So Mallory, before you tell people who they shouldn't call out, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
I have a cat rescue that costs money. When have I ever used my platform to ask for money to run my cat rescue?
Well, okay, so Scammy made a very, very valid point. Receipts. Mallory, show your receipts that I'm lying then. How about that?
I'm just waiting, because I have never come on this app and asked for a dime towards anything. Now, on my backup account, do I have a showcase? Sure do. Do I have my other account that has my store on TikTok Shop? And yeah, I sure do. But do I have payment apps? No. If I get money from you, I want it to be a reciprocal event here. I want you to have something that you want, and I want to earn it. I don't want people's money. I want to earn what I have.
You're valid, Tiff. I've never, ever questioned anything, and we have followed each other for a very long time. So let me correct myself. It was not in 13's live. It was in Nincompoop's live. And if she's around, I would love to hear from her. So, again, stop your fucking lying. Stop saying that people said things that they didn't say. Because here's what I have figured out over the last few days of bullshit. Y'all want to run with the fucking narrative, oh, I lie about everything. You're a liar. You're a liar. I've been nothing but truthful about all the fucking shit. It's you folks are the fucking liars. You take shit and twist and turn and twist and create your own fucking narrative. Like 13, I wasn't made aware of this till last night. 13, apparently you were on that. You were also on that call because y'all are so fucking pressed about who was on the call with me. Like I'm just going to come out here and just lay it all out there on a plate. No, motherfuckers. My personal life. Oh, the call with Calhoun. You were on it.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. I wasn't. So, y'all want everything about my personal life, who I talked to, when I talked to him, what was said, blah, blah, blah. Go fuck yourself. Because my personal life is my personal life and you're not dipping fucking in it. Who I talked to on the phone is 100% irrelevant to what the fuck y'all have got going on. Because as I said what I said and I'm not talking about it anymore. So y'all go figure it out since apparently y'all know more than I do. I mean, it looks to me, y'all know more fuck about this whole ordeal than I do. So figure it out then. So there's that. Who wants to come up?
Can I say, I think Mal has made this much worse on herself than she had to. When we are over here giving our opinion on it, this is our views. Nobody really ever said anything negative to her until she started popping off saying at everybody. We have the right to our opinion. She has the right to hers. I mean, you feel the way you do about your supposed essay, but I don't have to agree with it. But we don't have to fight over it. We're grown.
Yep.
You know, I'm telling you, they are losing their shit over there. You know, T, you can claim that you weren't talking about it, but you just let Mallory put out there and lie, saying that Tiff was dry begging and asking for money for her car. You let Mallory say that on your platform, but then again, you're used to letting people say whatever the fuck they want on your platform, and you don't question it. Do you notice when it was brought up about a couch and about some other shit? What did I say? I'm not talking on that because I haven't seen proof. That's what you're supposed to do, T. You call out when you don't know about it, and you just don't sit there on your fat ass and let people say what they want to on your live. Mallory said that. You didn't say anything. That's how rumors get started. And Mallory, you are just like all the other beggars I cover on this app. When you start bringing awareness to them about them posting their Cash Apps, posting their PayPal for money, and the heat starts getting on, what do they say? Jen said it. Sean said it. What do they say? Oh, well, I think I'm going to do this now just to piss Scammy Claus off. And what did Mallory say? I think I'm going to make an Amazon list, a wish list. So Scammy Claus will get put. No, you know what that shows, Mallory? You're no better than these scammers on here. No better. You're doing the exact same thing.
Find my payment apps. Any of you. Find where I have posted my payment apps. Please do. Because you won't. Do I have payment apps? Sure do. Scammy, do you even know any of my payment apps?
Negative. The only thing I did is I bought something from your store.
Right, which was through a secure checkout.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I am so sick of these bitches that have no idea what they're fucking talking about. They put half information out there, so then people that are listening think it's a real truth. You know what? This place would be a much better app if people stuck to the facts rather than putting half truths out there. I am so sick of it. I am so fucking sick of these people over there. And Dora, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about a DV thing with Texas Tip. I have no clue. I have no clue what you're talking about. So if I don't know something that was said, how am I supposed to call somebody out on it? Just shut up. I love these people talking about people's DV situation. And you know what happens? As soon as you say something, what do they say? Oh, you're calling out somebody's DV situation? You should never talk about someone's DV situation. It's not your, you're victim shaming. Shut the hell up.
Everybody needs to mind their own fucking business. That's what they need to do.
About my situation, ask me. Ask me.
You know what? If we weren't meant to have opinions, there wouldn't be juries.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to admit that I married someone on an SO list? Okay? And I can say to Blue in the face that it's because he lied to me about the charges. I read the interviews with the victim, and there was changes in her stories, and she had 2 other gentlemen under the same charge. I could say that to Blue in the face. I could show all the proof until the world ends. And y'all are still going to be like, oh my gosh, she married someone on a list. Mm-hmm. Yep, I sure can. And I own that. I own that. I made that choice. I own that accountability. That's the difference here, is I can take the heat from the choices I made, okay? But I can also tell you that choice would not have been made had I known the truth. That was deception, Mallory. He deceived me, okay? He deceived me before he ever assaulted me and before he ever sexually assaulted me. He deceived me, plain and simple, all right? But I have to take the consequences of my choices that the public sees, regardless of the deceit and anything else. That's what we do as big people, is we have to own the good and the bad from choices we make, regardless of the situation. End of story.
So going forward, I want to see proof of all of your fucking accusations. Y'all just sit in this fucking chat and said Scammy was body shaming somebody. That's the second fucking time that I have heard somebody say that Scammy body shamed somebody when I silently listen to her just about every time she's live. And I've not once heard her say anything about anybody or body shaming anybody. So stop, again, twisting the fucking narrative.
If it's them, Stephanie, if it's them sitting there talking about body shaming, Dora and T, you both body shamed me. Do you not remember the fucking fake ass picture you made with two tongues and a girl with a yellow shirt and the number 13 on it? Like, fuck off. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, aren't we all
Sorry.
adults? Like, call me fat, call me ugly, call me a trauma dumper, call me whatever. But you know what? I've said it before in other lives. Words are just words, unless you have the power to be more. That is it.
I
So
don't
call
give
me
a
whatever you want. You are entitled to your opinion, just like I'm entitled to my opinion. Now, if my opinion hurts you, I'm sorry. My opinion was not meant to hurt people, but it is my opinion. And being that I live in the grand old United States of America, I have that right, just like you do, of freedom of expression and freedom of speech. I actually fought for it, so we all have it.
100%.
Use it wisely.
100%. Everybody's opinion of me, I truly do not care. And I think that's what presses them so hard, because I don't care what you think about me. The people that matter the most to me know me, and that's all that fucking matters to me. Some character on the internet, I do not care about your fucking opinion of me. Think what you want. But it's so funny to me because it's the ones that sit over here with us talking mad shit about the folks they now sit with. Y'all have such a strong fucking opinion of me, but you don't even fucking know me. And I'm cool with that. Because the ones that matter don't mind. And the ones that don't matter, I could care less about. I could care less. I know what kind of heart I have, and I know what kind of person I am. And I don't have to advertise it across a fucking app to try to get my point across. Because I know, and that's all that fucking matters. So everybody else can think what you fucking want to. But what you're not going to do is try to pick somebody's fucking traumatic story apart, tell lies that are not true, and think I'm going to sit here and just fucking take it, because I'm not. You
That's
took...
all they've been doing, Stephanie, for like almost a year. That's all they've been doing. They've been picking apart my story, Texas Tiff story, fucking Banana's story, everybody's story, and only putting out shit that they want with a twisted ass fucking narrative. And it's disgusting. Like, fucking grow up already.
And I'm just going to say, based on the tidbit of information that was shared by Mallory, if you went in front of a judge, or even if you went to a police department to have a report written, and you told them the information that you told the internet, you said, he misled me. He lied to me, knowing if I knew the truth, I would not have sex with him. I had sex with him, found out the truth, I want to file sexual assault. They would, the letter of the law, not my opinion, the law itself would say that is not grounds for sexual assault. That is deception.
So you decide to come on the internet and get everybody else's opinion that actually don't matter. Go ahead, Scammy.
Hey, Steph, real quick, check your IG. I can't mention who asked me to tell you to, but yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So now all the people over there are saying that I body shamed T because I said something about sitting on your fat ass. Now, listen, if I was going to body shame her, do you really think I'd say that? Really? That's body shaming? Telling somebody to get off their fat ass? Really? If you took it like that, then that says something about you.
Thank you.
Because I've told skinny people to get off their fat ass.
Don't let your personal insecurities drive other narratives.
I'm telling you, they.
If you feel that you have a fat
and then of course you have
ass,
over there somebody over there. I have a good recording of it. Her calling me the C word. Those are the classy people over there.
Yeah.
you know,
Classy as hell.
if you feel you have a fat ass, then do something about it. But don't get mad at someone
seriously,
else.
seriously.
No, don't turn
Really?
that into. Look, I said, call me a fat ass. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care because I am secure with me and who I am. You can call me all kinds of things. I'm not going to be like, oh, Scammy said this about me. I don't give a shit. Okay? I don't give a shit.
That part, I got a
I'm
fat
proud
ass
of my fat ass.
Scammy's not
I'm
paying
proud
my
of my
bills.
fat ass.
Yeah,
I don't fucking
Scammy's
care.
not paying my bills, right? Scammy's not supplying, a roof over the cat rescue's head, right? She's not doing that. So if Scammy says, oh, I hate Tiff, she's a see you next Tuesday, and man, have you seen she's put on weight? Okay, good for Scammy.
Yeah, and
Okay, all right. Maybe I have put on some weight. You know what? Maybe I need to look in the mirror. Shit, maybe she's doing me a service. Maybe I didn't see something.
You know, all
Maybe
these
you're just
people,
beautiful the way you are, and nobody should fucking take that away from you.
Right.
all
Point
these
fucking
Don't take
people.
blank.
everything said on the internet to heart people, okay? If somebody says you look like a troll, do not think, oh my gosh, I must look like a troll. No, stop it. Stop being so freaking triggered and oversensitive. My goodness.
Yeah,
Do you
get
go
off
to
that.
Walmart like that?
You know, when people are floundering, they grasp at anything. I could say anything right now, and she and Dora and Mallory and everybody over there would find some fault in it, and make a federal case out of it. The stuff, the
Why you
stuff that
stretch
they're.
them out on people? You have no ground to sit there and say somebody shamed somebody or somebody did this. Listen to your goddamn self. You know what I'm talking about. Stop with the gangster TikTok mentality, okay? We know you got 911 fingers. Knock it off.
They're sitting over there saying absolutely vile stuff. Vile stuff. And they're also sitting out, Scammy, you're gonna call this person out? Scammy, I'm gonna call you're gonna do that. How about you take care of your own platform over there? And how about I'll take care of my own platform? How about that? How about you keep your own people in check? And Dora, I'm gonna tell you what. I didn't even hear what you said, but all I heard was, I can't believe Scammy Claus would ever become the type of person that ... Seriously? Seriously? You want to talk about becoming a person that I never thought would happen? Wow.
Scammy never thought that you would steal a bunch of fucking money either.
I agree with that because I text you, Scammy, privately. I was shocked on the behavior change. I was just like, am I like the only one seeing this? What is going on? I was disappointed, disgusted, and beyond shocked.
But it's okay for them. But so what do we do? Oh God, you triggered me. You've triggered me because you've said all these things about me. Is it gonna shut you up? No, you're gonna continue to run your mouth. It's a problem when we have an opinion on it. Shut up. You don't like it when somebody claps back at you. You don't like that. Well, fucking get used to it, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to continuously clap back at you when you have an opinion or you're putting false information out there. Mallory, stop putting false information out there.
And somebody said over there, you can have an opinion, but you have to accept something like the ramifications of your opinion. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you don't like somebody's opinion, you can call them out on it. I have an opinion though, and I'm gonna keep saying this opinion, and I'm gonna keep saying this every single day if I have to. Here's an opinion. Why is it every freaking person over there is bitching and moaning about a list that came out? Bitching and moaning about a list that came out, lighting the effing torches, ready to go wherever Calhoun is and absolutely destroy her. When
But they
how
fucking laughed.
many times Florida man had
Thank
his
you.
list and showed his
Yep.
list and showed there's pictures of people's families and houses,
They fucking laughed at the list that we
addresses,
were on,
phone
Scammy.
numbers, all that stuff. And not once did any of them call him out for it.
Nope.
Yet
Yep.
They were afraid of
They
it.
fucking laughed at it.
this
They were
person,
fucking.
this person who I don't even know, and I don't even think they knew before this, they are raking her over the coals while they sat there with him in a box for how long, knowing he had been doing this and he'd showed it for a bunch of months. Now, they can say, I've heard of, she's so obsessed with him. No, you know what I'm obsessed with? I am obsessed with calling you guys out for your hypocrisy every fucking day. Because you say one thing and then you act another way.
You can call someone out on their opinion of something, that's fine. But to call someone out and tell a narrative on someone and have that person blocked and silence that person is just disgusting behavior. It's weird. It's very weird. That would be like going and charging someone in court, but the court not allowing that person to say their piece and try to defend themselves. That's just very strange.
You know what the difference is, though? The difference is what I'm talking about are facts. You cannot argue the facts between these two lists.
Right.
They knew about Florida Man's list. They've seen the list, whether they saw it in a Discord, whatever. They knew it existed. They never called him out on it, but they're going to call this person out on it.
There's a bigger thing, right? Like, if you don't have any dirty secrets, you haven't done anything that you need to worry about, why are you stressing about a list?
And you know what? If they're dumb enough to think those are the only two people on this app that have lists, they're crazy. Because I guarantee you there's two people that are in their boxes often over there that have done and are doing the same thing. Guarantee it.
And I can 100% show receipts on one of them.
It's just weird to me because I've always gone along the path of there's no need to sit and ride an accusation that you know you're innocent unless maybe you're not.
That part.
So, I mean, you don't have to keep explaining the truth. The truth will always be the truth.
And look, and I said it yesterday, I'm not talking about this bullshit no more. And then you have Sweetbriar Kelly running over there saying she has children in them files. You dumb ass. There are 1,000 videos out there. People have posted on their page. Go back through and look at that fucking screen recording. Not one single time will you see a child. But you know who does have a child in their phone? That's Mallory, when Kendra was 16 years old. Let's not forget that.
Let me know if I'm wrong, but didn't Florida Man do something like with Polly's, on the
Yes.
live? Okay.
Yes.
The motherfucker posted my kids too. Like,
Right. But that's okay, right? That's okay. See, we can't pick and choose when something's wrong and when something's okay. If it's wrong for one, it's wrong for all. That's how the law works. You don't sit there and say, well, you know what? He only did it on Friday. They're doing it on Monday and Tuesday. So that's worse. No. What's wrong is wrong. And you guys can't sit there and do the body shaming. I know y'all do. Okay, the body shaming, the victim shaming, you can't do that. And it's okay for you, because I guarantee if we were all in there saying, yeah, F that person, yeah, you're right, that person's, you'd be like, yeah, they're all on our side. You can't say it's okay for you to do it and then cry victim because you feel someone's doing it to you.
100%.
Hey, let me say, Sweetbriar, Kelly, if you don't quit trying to put a false jacket on Stephanie, you're going to have hell to pay. Just know and understand.
This is Smash Malibu and Mallory all sitting in a box last night while Mallory decided to. I marked the guy's face out because, mind you, this was an ex from middle school that she decided to dox, a complete stranger that's not on this app. She decided to dox of me and him. Mind you, that was in middle school,
what is wrong
Mallory.
with you, Mallory?
This is a complete stranger she doxed. He has not even, I've not even seen this man in years, okay? So she has a picture of me and a literal ex from middle school that she is showing in the middle of the night. And nobody but Harley Tink down here, which I will give her that, said, yes, cover it up, please. Because I am being so fucking real with you. Mallory, you deserve everything you get coming to you right now because you do
How
shit
old were
like
you?
this.
12? How old were you? 12?
13, yeah, 12 or 13.
God.
Yeah. And then wants to say, holy cow, she looks different. Because I was in middle school.
How do you feel about
Dumbass.
that, T? Huh? Remember, no
Minor.
kids.
That's a form
Dora
of a
said the
minor.
same thing.
Oh my
Dora
God.
said.
Mallory, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, I'm so disappointed in you. You're
I just wanted to
disgusting.
show that proof. But yeah, that was Mallory. And, Smash allowed it to happen. And I'm sure Malibu just sat right up there while it happened as well. So, but I'm going to have to drop back down.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted you to take that picture down. You're just a baby in that. God. But that's okay, Mallory, ain't it?
We're getting back to when we're minors and posting us as minors, and that's okay?
Do it right
No,
now.
that's not okay.
Golly.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But wasn't Mallory upset and all bothered and all ruffled up because a Florida man went to her hometown and went to the library and got yearbook pictures of her?
Yeah, she was flipping out about that.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm just checking to keep facts.
And where's the fucking outrage? And I'll say this again. Where's the fucking outrage of Bougie sitting in a box with Muffin Man when she doxed my child who was over fucking seas? Where's that madness? But all Bougie can say is her kid was not fucking in the military. He was not overseas. Sorry, I'm his mother. Yes, the fuck he was. And I have pictures to prove it. But you put
Bougie
my
needs
child,
to shut the fuck up.
You put my
Bougie
child
needs to shut
in
up before
harm's way.
Brian fucking hears some stuff that she's doing.
You
That's what
put
she
my
needs to do.
kid in harm's way, and I couldn't even protect him because he was worlds away from me. Fucking bitch. So where's that outrage? Where's all the outrage of the shit y'all have done? And you want to sit over there and you want to talk about Scammy does this and Scammy does that. The only thing I've ever fucking heard Scammy do is tell the truth, and something y'all don't know anything about.
Mallory, I saw your comment about how I used to sit on your side. Yes, I said that last night too. I did. I had respect for you. I sure did. But when I started listening, paying attention, putting things together, and seeing the hypocrisy, I was just like, the fuck? How can she say this is wrong and do it herself, and this story isn't making sense? And then the whole, oh, everyone said I should ask for money for a gift for my spouse, so I'm going to call out beggars and scammers. That just tasted icky. So I left, silently left.
She has a major problem with sick people, and if the person is okay with me showing this, I will show what Mallory.
Wait, hold on. Stephanie, wait, what? Mallory has a problem with sick people? I'm
Yes.
sick. What problem does she have?
Hold, please. Let me just show you.
I can tell you one thing that I know firsthand.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Go ahead, Scammy. Scammy.
And you're going to say, oh, that person doesn't have cancer without proof? Now, we know there's people on this app say, oh, that person doesn't have cancer without proof, that lie about it. Tim Nash lies about it. Okay? We know about that. But when you're calling people out saying they don't have cancer when they do, that's another whole level of piece of shit. And Mallory has done that. Absolutely.
Yeah, they've done that about me. Said that I don't have it when I've shown medical fucking documentation saying that I do. And they just keep running on with it like it doesn't fucking matter. But no, those motherfuckers need to be called out. All of them. Every single fucking last one of them.
Let me show this screenshot that a victim sent me. I showed it the other night, but I want to make sure everybody else can see it for the shit that Mallory said to somebody who is literally fighting for their life right now. But I will not show who this person is for respect. Thank you for giving me permission.
Fucking sick motherfuckers. That's what they are.
Let me turn the comments off so you guys can read.
You might want to redact the name. Second paragraph.
Oh, well, she said that was fine.
Okay.
Let this sink in because this is what she said to her.
Read it just because it is kind of blocked off. Like, would you be
Yes.
able to read it on another device now that you've showed it? Just so people know you're not making it up.
Says, sorry, I didn't get back to you yesterday. I was getting settled at home from the hospital. I'm Mayor. I was Mallory's first mod she ever had, and she's done a lot of shit to me over the last year. Long story short, I stopped messing with her in December, and every few weeks she messages me in the middle of the night. She accuses me of crimes, of wanting to unalive herself, and she's told more lies without receipts than I can list. She mocked my terminal cancer and even filed copyright claims on me, something about my diagnosis, and has called the years I have left a, quote, time crunch. She's a predator of lonely women and going to get someone hurt. I have been on my backup for the last few weeks because she had Florida man coming after me. He actually made a post saying he was going to press charges on me. Hold on, I'm going to have to read it from my phone. Hold on. Actually posted saying he was going to press charges on me on her behalf, which I know can't be done, but I deactivated my main account until yesterday because of that. So not only was her sickness mocked, but she had Florida man going after this lady who's doing nothing more but trying to focus on what time she's got left on this earth. You dirty bitch.
Called it a time crunch? You
Real
fucking
quick, I just want to
vile
correct
piece
something.
of shit. Vile piece
I
of
just
fucking garbage.
I just
And
wanted to correct something. I wrote that over the course of a couple of days, and I didn't mean a few weeks. I meant every few months about the messages. I just want to correct that.
but she has
Um,
sent you messages accusing you of crimes.
well, she's accused me of doxing someone who I don't even know. I don't even know that person's real name. You guys know the person, and she's no longer in your group for the same reason she's no longer in my group. She's a pathological liar. That girl
Um,
actually doxed. She actually gave Mallory my phone number when I was going through my first round of chemo. I was in the hospital and I was getting my first round of chemo, and that person gave Mallory my phone number
Is
so
it
she could look
any
me up.
is it any surprise that Mallory has now settled in over in that live over there that T hosts?
no, really, it's not.
I
So I
mean,
That
should
makes me sick. No,
so
it
I should
makes me
tell my
sick.
granddaughter that Grammy is on a time crunch. Is that what I should tell her?
Well, the other thing is that apparently me making comments in chats, and especially in lives that she's not welcome in, so she just goes in them to watch and hurt her own feelings. Everything I say, or it feels like everything I say, is screenshot and then used against me 6, 7 months later. So she considers me just making comments about her in a live to be harassing her and bullying her when it's usually in a live that she's blocked from or not welcome in.
So we'll clear Mayor's name right now. Mayor is not the vile, disgusting human being that Mallory has made her to be. She's actually a very sweet person that I've gotten to know over the last few days.
I don't, and the thing is, like, I don't need people to think I'm nice, or I don't. No one needs to think I'm a quote a good person end quote. It's just the fact that she has made up things that I can't even disprove because you can't disprove a negative, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And even when she's had people come to her and say, no, that's not why that happened, she still runs with it, or she just finds a new thing to run with. I
She's just
shut down. I had an awareness page about her, which, by the way, this is one thing I want to point out. She said this once that she had a bunch of awareness pages about her taken down last year, like about this time last year. She had like 3 or 4 taken down. She never copyrighted any of my videos because she wanted to leave them up as proof of harassment and bullying. So imagine going to a judge and a judge being like, you had all these other pages taken down. Why didn't you have this one taken down?
100%.
Um,
Kind of the way Bougie had everybody, had everybody except for me, a cease and desist yesterday because I would do nothing more than wipe my ass on it, which she's right. But if I'm lying so much and I'm spreading all of this misinformation about you, wouldn't I be the first person that you would serve a cease and desist?
and
Hmm.
the
I got
last thing
one.
I want to, like, the last thing I want to say is that back in May, I had gotten bad news about my prognosis, and I got it from Petty's box because regardless how anyone feels about him, that's my community. And I got up there and I was talking about how treatments have not worked. They are now giving me 5 years. There are still options, but they're kind of Hail Mary options. And I'm crying and Petty is crying, and a couple people clipped that and posted it out of support for me. And she somehow was able to copyright strike those videos. One was she copyright struck the entire video, and the other one she did the audio. So she literally copyright struck me talking about how I am terminally ill. And I don't know.
that's sick.
It is. That's
And,
disgusting.
and those videos were not posted by me. I didn't even know one of them had been posted until they contacted me to tell me about the copyright strike. What
What is
kind
she
of person does
claiming?
that? Her name was never mentioned,
What
and
is she claiming copyright on? Like, is she
I don't
saying that
know,
she's
Scammy.
copyrighted?
She copyright struck the video. I can show you the screenshots I have that people sent me where their video got my video got copyright struck.
Is she claiming that she has a copyright for her or something?
Scammy, she's had like 6 accounts taken down for copyright, and she's probably had 80 videos taken down.
And
TikTok doesn't.
on other
TikTok
people's
doesn't.
on other
TikTok
people's
doesn't play
pages.
like YouTube does. All you have to do is show that someone's using your content on TikTok, and they will take it down.
But she's doing this on other pages. She's saying she's claiming copyright on stuff that doesn't even have to do with her on other creators' pages.
Yeah,
Wow.
one was on like just somewhat a regular person's page, normally just posts about her dogs, and the other one was on kind of like a tea page.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to look up to see if she actually has anything copyrighted because it's very easy to
No, you
do.
don't. But with TikTok, you don't have to.
No, but you
TikTok.
do. You do
No,
because
but how she
legally,
had so many things taken down?
well, legally, if you claim that something is copyrighted by you and it's not, that's a crime.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Well, the other problem with that is a lot of the pages are like awareness pages. So when you go to appeal the strike, you have to give all of your personal information, and that goes back to her.
Exactly. And you
And
know who
that's
does
and
that?
that's
And you know who does that? Petty does that, and Mikey does that because they want to get your information. Petty copyrighted me. He has no copyrights. I looked it up. Mikey hit me with copyrights. He doesn't have any copyrights. They do this to try to get your personal information.
Wow.
so that's why no one has appealed because, especially at the height of all of the FM doxing stuff, no one wanted to, like they don't want to know who's behind that page, or they don't want that person to have their information. So we're just stuck in a cycle of, and so that's the other thing is that the lies that she has told about me, I have not been able to been refuted because they just get taken down.
Why are you harassing somebody who is terminally ill?
And and my problem is that I went really hard at her like this time last year. But it balls to the wall. I posted a lot of videos. I was trying to point out her hypocrisy and her lies and all of that. But then I started to get sicker and sicker, and I took down the page, and I wasn't posting videos anymore. And like she would catch me in Smashes live late at night because I would have to get up and change my fluid bags and everything. And she would catch like little snarky comments I made about her in Smashes live, and somehow, again, at that time, she was blocked from there. She's not welcome. She was going there to hurt her own feelings. And she would take screenshots, or her lackeys would take screenshots of things that I would say in the chat. And I'm sorry, but don't I have that freedom to
Yes, ma'am, you do.
like
We all have our own freedom of opinion. What people need
and
to
that
understand
and that's
is
why she hasn't let it go, because she still catches me talking about her. Well, she comes up in conversation. I have an opinion.
Open your eyes. Yeah, they just showed a message from her saying that to Mayor.
The last message I got from her was like, I don't know if you guys remember, Unknown had that big live, but it was like in the middle of the night, and it was they were calling out T, and I forget who else was in the box. They were trying to get T to get an apology for letting people get doxxed on her platform, but we think she fell asleep in the box. I think Regina was there, I think. Um, and it was the middle of the night, and I was up. And at like 5 a.m. when I was going to bed, I got a message from her with a screenshot that had to have been 6 months old.
wow.
That's
Mallory,
weird. That's crazy.
yeah,
I have not directly reached out to her since May of 2024. She has messaged me. She messaged me, begged me to leave her alone. I didn't even accept the message, but on IG you can see the message even if you don't accept it.
right.
And begging me to leave her alone. And I was actually in the hospital again then, and I didn't get it for like a week. And then I just ignored it because she wants me to leave her alone. And then then like a week later she messaged me again. Like, you want me to leave you alone, but you're sending me screenshots of random things I've said in chats.
Well,
Like
it's like
that's
the threatening messages she was sending to Fizz. Tell them, Fizz, tell them. Tell them what? Come tell me. And then now you're off of her. Now you're going to go to Andy and say, "Oh, Andy's a scammer. She's a scammer. She took people's money." Well, Andy sent me every single receipt that she has, and she looked over that last night. You didn't do that awareness, did you, Mallory? Because you were going to look stupid. You were going to be shown to be a liar yet again.
and I don't need to be known as a quote unquote good person. Like no one's all good, no one's all bad. We are all shades of gray, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that. I've checked with many, many people. I've never gotten on this app and made a statement I couldn't back up. I've never posted a video with anything without proof. And I
Okay.
don't know. I appreciate you letting me talk. My
Oh,
mouth
you're
is so
welcome. No
dry.
problem.
I'm going to drop because I need to get some fluids in me. But I
It clearly
I,
shows she's a liar. It
Do you know what
clearly
she told me
shows.
one? You know what she actually said in a live once? That she was getting messages, quote unquote messages from unnamed people that I was making them want to unalive themselves because everyone thought I wanted her to unalive herself.
Oh my God.
How bizarre is that too? What kind of person uses that as a lie and a threat against another person? She constantly brings that up. She's always throwing those accusations around. It's
Mallory
sick.
girl, you just need to sit down. You just need to stop. Just stop.
Like she has stopped that since someone talked to her about it, but she just picked up another running theme about me. But
Mm.
I like people. She was telling people almost weekly that I wanted her to unalive herself. I would. And she actually said I would dance on her grave if she did. She said that back in the summer. I would dance on her grave if she died.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had to go through that, man.
Just because I make snarky little comments about her in places she's not even allowed or not wanted. And I would also like to point out, I don't know, I did not go to Mr. Homey. I didn't. I don't know who did. But I was told that Mrs. Homey had heard things in lives and she looked into it. That's what I was told.
Well,
I did not
all
go to
he's
them.
got to do is just sit and watch. All you have to do is just sit and watch and listen to her hypocrisy.
I don't have any kind of relationship
Hypocrisy.
with him or her at all. Never have. That's just never been my thing. I ended up in awareness because of Mallory, because I was her mod when she ended up in awareness. That's how I got here. It's not really my thing. But thanks you for letting me talk, and I
Oh, no
appreciate you
problem.
guys. And thanks for the gifts. I'll be down in the chat.
Thank you, Mayor.
Let me say something before I forget. This is kind of off the topic. Anybody that received a cease and desist, even if I know you did, can you please send me a message on my account here and let me know that you received one? And that goes for the people that I know already, but if you can do that, I'd appreciate it.
But see, Scammy, the thing here's what just grinds my gears. You sent it to every single person except for me, but I am the one who just runs around this app and lies on you, bougie, right? That makes no fucking sense to me. Because you know it's bullshit. You know what you're doing is bullshit. And girl, you know. If you know, you know, and bougie, you fucking know. So try me.
Everybody who got one has been calling out Florida Man. So figure that one out.
Exactly. Stupid shit, man. Mallory, you are garbage, and I will stand on it. I will say it over and over and over and over. You are garbage for the things that you have done to hurt people, questioning somebody's assault, and then you coming back, oh, I was assaulted too, and having no remorse for the people that you question. Like, girl, stop. Leave people alone and people will not bother you, but you have to keep the fuck shit going. You have to keep it going because other than that, you have no content. Just like T, just like Dora, just like all the rest of them. Y'all have no content unless you're streaming me. I've said it time and time and time and time again. There is a block button on here. If you don't like what I say and I'm so, quote, triggering, block me. Stop streaming me. And it'll all go away because I'm not leaving the app. Nobody can make me. So I'm going to continue to speak on your bullshit. Period.
Can I say something, Stephanie?
Yes, ma'am.
So in regards to Mallory and the things that she is saying about Andy, okay? She said that she was no longer going to drag Fizz, but it was Andy's turn to be
Yes.
dragged.
100%.
She claims that Andy's a scammer. Well, I'm going to tell 185 people in here, Andy is the furthest thing from a scammer. In fact, she's on the opposite end of the spectrum. She gives too much sometimes. I've known this woman for almost 2 years. I have seen her help countless people that she did not have to help, financially and also other ways as well. She is an angel. She is a saint. She does nothing but help others. Mallory blatantly lied on Andy. Point blank, period. There is no other way around it. She has absolutely no proof that Andy is a scammer because she is not a scammer. Mallory wanted to hurt Andy. So she, is saying this about her. It is not true. Anyone that knows Andy will tell you that is not true. Mallory is a lying bitch. There's no other way around it. Mallory, come out and tell the truth. You know Andy is not a scammer. You said that just to hurt her. You made up that lie just to hurt her because that's just the type of bitch that you are. So come out, Mallory, and tell the fucking truth about that woman because you know those allegations are not true.
You have the right to feel the way you do. So now that I've got all of them's feathers ruffled, y'all run around and figure out if you can, quote, judge on who's telling the truth and who's telling the fucking lie. Just remember, I have every single receipt. Had my own fucking calculator out, calculating everything yesterday. We can go back through it again at any time. And I can also send everything I have to Scammy. But you decided to lie about shit. And then when I went live and said that we were going to show receipts, started showing receipts, you just flipped it all around and you didn't, you changed it to something else. And the whole time Tiff is telling her story, you're looking guilty. Your face is guilty. Everything is guilty about you because you knew what you said and what, quote, happened to you was not true. And that was a face of guilt. And that's all I got to fucking say to any of them. Be careful who you sit with. Be careful who you listen to. Just be careful. Because the next thing you know, you're scrolling on the app and you see all the fucking lies. Just don't be played for a fool because these people over here, all they do is lie. They hide felons. And when their shit gets called out, they have to scramble and twist things to make themselves look innocent. When you allowed a felon in your box to show things that he stole from a company that was simply just trying to make it, and only excuse you could use was, we don't condone that behavior, that activity. We just don't condone that. If you don't fucking condone it, get him out of your box. Exactly. Dora, you pretended. The sad part, Dora, you created a page, Catfish Bernadette, and let a man who is, again, terminally ill take the fucking fall for it. Meanwhile, you never opened your fucking mouth. You're just as fucking sick as Mallory is. You two belong together.
I need to address a comment. It was a while back. Someone said something about Andy posting pictures of children. That is unequivocally not true. So I don't know where you heard that, but Andy has never posted pictures of children.
Scammy, what was you gonna say?
Does Bernadette know that Dora was the one behind that account?
I don't know because Bernadette's went into hiding, which makes everybody worry. Bernadette left the app after speaking with Dora. Dora made a page to appear to be a male. T made a page to be a female. And Dora was catfishing Bernadette the entire time. And Bernadette went on live and was trashing Andrew, another person who is terminally ill, for being this person. Dora knew it and never corrected her. Never said, okay,
Wow.
Bernadette, it was me.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, why are y'all targeting sick people? Dora, you knew you made that page. Why did you not correct that when Bernadette was bitching about it being Andrew? And you just sat there and didn't say a word. That's low down. Wild fucking work. Again, Spicy Nancy. Dora made a TikTok page appearing to be a male, catfished Bernadette. Bernadette ran around this app for the longest time saying that it was Andrew, a man who is terminally ill. Dora was in her box on multiple occasions, never confessed to it being her. So Dora catfished Bernadette. And Andrew took the fall for it.
And now it makes me wonder why so many times when, after Bernadette doxed her, and then all of a sudden Dora became friends with her. It makes me wonder why, when they were in boxes together, Dora was always saying to her, maybe you should take some time off this app. Maybe you need some time for mental health to be off this app. That would probably be good for you to get off here.
And that lady left, Scammy, and nobody has seen her since. When you know as well as I do, she would, Lord have mercy, she would go nuts.
Was on live like every night. She loved to dance, she loved to sing, and she left on Dora's instructions, in the disguise of Dora caring about her well-being. That's one way to silence the truth.
So Dora, can you explain? Does Bernadette know this now? Does she know you catfished her? Yeah, they fucked with her head bad, and she was one of those vulnerable people that let her do it.
Disgusting behavior. That's abusive behavior.
Yes.
Because if y'all think about it, every single morning almost, Bernadette would get up and do her makeup and just, host these lives. And it's something that made her really happy. She would dance, she would sing, like it was a big part of her life. And then all of a sudden, poof, she just disappears into thin air. And I want to point something out. Not only because before Dora was friends with Bernadette, she attacked Bernadette. And now not only is she friends with her,
Relentlessly.
yeah, and now not only is she friends with her, she was almost her protector. She got very close to her, right on top of her, so she could do what she did.
Yep. And Dora wouldn't let anybody else talk with Bernadette. Dora catfished Bernadette when she created a fake page appearing to be a male. There was a whole live held about Dora and how she scammed people out of money.
Oh, Bernadette was very financially generous to a lot of people. That was something that Bernadette was extremely generous.
Hey, Mallory, what Dora did to Bernie is the same thing that guy did to you. Lied. She lied. False pretenses. The same. Deceit.
It's crazy to me, but you all can sit over there and talk about hypocrisy. Lord have mercy. Whew. It's y'all that are deflecting. It's y'all that are lying and twisting the truth. Why don't the whole truth come out, since you want everybody else to, lay their whole life out there for you? Why don't you do yours that way?
Someone said, I thought Bernadette was engaged to a man on here. Was that Dora the whole time?
That I can't answer. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But I know it did come to the front that Dora created a page appearing to be a male. And that's wrong on every level. It's the same thing as Mallory, you were catfished. So really think about the people that you sit with and what they have to say. And ask questions. Ask for receipts. Because I can almost guarantee you, none of them will show any receipts because they run on lies. Sweetbriar Kelly is trying to accuse me of being a P3DO because she swears up and down in this screen recording that there are children in there. The screen recording is posted on multiple pages. Please go check it out and see if you see any children on there, because you won't find not a single one. Not a single one. But Sweetbriar, she says that it is. Everything that comes out of that woman's mouth is a lie. Also, just like she said that she was a victim of a man when they exchanged 20,000 text messages, and because somebody else said that this man essayed them, now all of a sudden Sweetbriar Kelly said, I'm a victim too. No, girl. That man walked away from you because you were a married woman trying to have a relationship with a man on social media. And he wasn't about that. But now all of a sudden, you're a victim of his. Nope.
Well, because everybody else is all of a sudden, and she wants to be part of a group. I can sit here and list off a laundry list of lies from Miss Sweetbriar Creek Kelly. I mean, if her mouth is open, she's fucking lying. So consider the source.
And please, by all means, they're saying, oh, Steph has lied about a lot. What have I lied about? Please tell me what I've lied about. I'm calling out your bullshit. You're not going to keep continuously trying to drag me on this app.
Well, I just want to say, even if somebody has lied, okay? I don't condone lying. Let's just put that front of the line there. Even if someone has lied, are you using that as a defense that someone else told a lie about something, so it's okay that you lie about something else? Because that doesn't hold up in the law either, in the legal system.
And the funny part, Tiff, here's the funny part. All Stephanie does is lie. Please prove it. Please prove it.
To make a statement like that without showing direct proof is slander and defamation.
Thank you.
You can say that personally you think someone lies, but you can't make a statement directly saying that they lie.
By all means, please show me where I've lied about anything. Just show me.
Let me be neutral on every side. There's all kinds of things said. Never, ever, ever, ever point the finger at someone and say, this is factual without showing proof that it's factual. Because it could bite you in the long run.
Damsel, I have heard that as well. I've never seen the actual proof, but yes, I've heard that as well. Dora dug up medical info through work on another person.
And if that is true, then that other person who would then be a victim of Dora misusing, resources that she has, that person needs to take legal action. And it doesn't do something on the app, That's the problem, is all these people just start saying, oh my God, this and that and this and that, and I'm a victim. And they They don't do anything except talk about it on the app. And if you have some kind of legal, oh, Scammy text me. She said, what happened?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't drop her.
I don't know. I'll reply to her in a second. But, you know, if you really feel that you are a true victim of something that is affecting your life mentally or otherwise, then I'm going to tell you as a former officer, because the cyberbully laws are poorly written, and it's not a national law as of yet. So it is governed by county lines, city lines, state lines, right? So as an officer, when people would come in and people would look just like distraught as all hell, fearful, everything. Unfortunately, what it comes down to at the end of the day is nobody is forcing anybody to be on any social media source of any kind. Nobody's forcing you. All right. Now, with that said, you'll notice that every social media platform has three things in common. They have block, they have mute, and they have report. That is to cover the social media platforms you're in and to protect you as well. All right. So if you are a victim of something, then what you do is you handle it legally. You take proof and evidence and handle it legally. You don't come on the place where you're being victimized and show all your cards on the table, right? And it's really odd behavior for someone who is a victim of something when they have a freedom to not return to the site of victimization, to keep returning to the site.
Yep.
When you have the freedom to do so. Now, personally, I think we get to use these social media platforms for free. We also have ways to earn income on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great. But I think that we should be allowed one account for free. And then if we do wrong with our account, we break TOS, we break laws, we lose our account, we should have the right to appeal. You have the right to defend yourself in the court of law, so you should have a right to appeal. If you are found guilty of what you were accused of doing, and they deem that you can still have an account, I think that you should be charged to have a secondary account. Mm-hmm. Because you tend to be a little bit more careful with something you paid for and invested in. And with that, they can eliminate ads because they would be making an additional income, coming into that platform. But to sit and cry that somebody is harassing you, someone's bullying you, and then you're sitting there showing just a bunch of screenshots for your proof, take that proof to the court of law. If you really feel that strong about it, take it to the justice system. Have something actually done. Make someone accountable for their wrongdoing. Don't sit in a live and be like, oh yeah, she said that about me too. Oh my God, she said she didn't like my hair or my forehead was too large. Take it to the court of law. The reason why a lot of you don't is because maybe you did and you were told exactly what I'm telling you. Why do you keep going on there? Because I can't tell you how many times I, in a uniform, would be writing stuff down and be like, so why do you keep going on there? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, if somebody was sitting there making me feel uncomfortable and I had the option to do something else with my time, I wouldn't go back to the place that's making me uncomfortable. Are you a professional victim? Stop it. Because nobody's breaking a law by making you feel uncomfortable. That's the difference. So if you're going to sit and bitch about everything and everyone that makes you feel uncomfortable, don't say you're a victim of someone. You're a victim of your own feelings. You feel uncomfortable because of what someone else said somewhere. Nobody's making you go in their live and listen. You have the freedom to scroll. And Black is weird. Yeah, you have the freedom to scroll. You have the freedom to log on at various times. You have the freedom to sit in that live and listen. Yes, you do. But you have the freedom to mute people. You have the freedom to block people. You have the freedom to report people. Now, if you abuse the reporting system, that in itself could be a crime that the platform could then turn around if they wanted to invest in and go after you for. Because now you're ruining their income, their platform. Right? So just stop. You can talk about people you don't like. That's cool. It's not illegal. It is not illegal. But quit abusing systems. Quit taking advantage of this free app that we have, because this is the kind of behavior that's making it go away. That's making it a bad, dangerous place. We can't get off the people that really need to get off of the app, right? That like the P3DOs and stuff. We can't get them off because the system is being bombarded, overloaded with fuckery. With a bunch of damn adults are like, well, this person said that I asked for $5 and now they're calling me a scammer. Okay, do you think you're a scammer? No? Move on. We don't need a week of hearing about how someone called you a scammer because you got $5 from someone. That's a personal issue. Take care of it off the app. You know? Come on.
And simply tell the fucking truth.
Yes, you can not like someone. All day long, you can not like someone. But base your dislike on someone on the truth.
Exactly.
That's all. You know, I mean, I could make up reasons not to like people, but it doesn't make it true. You know, and I will say that, yeah, Stephanie went off on Mallory and said some things after I told my story that I didn't agree with. I think she went too hard. But you know what? Stephanie has the right to say how she feels, to express herself. I don't have the right to tell her, don't do that. Now, if she did something illegal, best believe I'm going to say, well, stop, hold on. I'm going to address the situation, and I'm probably going to go and report her. And not, you know, support her. Because she did something wrong. That's what someone with integrity does. I'm going to address the person directly first. If that doesn't solve anything, then I'm going to address the next level on how to get something corrected.
Exactly right.
You don't go and talk about people when you have a problem with someone. You go and you try to talk to that person. And I guarantee you, Mallory never talked to me. She never came to me. Snark never came to me. T never came to me. You know? Nobody came to me.
Somebody said you're making too much sense.
I'm sorry. I went to law school. I graduated from police academy. You know, I was in the military. I guess I see the world a little bit differently. Some might say that I am emotionally damaged. I've been through some shit. Yeah, you know, on all levels of those brackets there. You know, but I refuse to be a victim stuck in a victim mentality. So, you're a correctional officer or a police officer? Both.
They're over there questioning it, but I mean, it's like I said, it's.
Go ahead, do a background check on me, because you're going to see. I showed it a long time ago that I had pay stubs that came from PD, police department. Go ahead, check it if you want to. That's fine. It doesn't really matter now because I'm not an officer anymore. So after being an officer, I even went into private security where I was a lieutenant. Yeah, you can look into that too. But it's not here or there. Like, I'm not an officer right now.
Well, you can't force dumb people to understand. I mean, it's that simple. You cannot force ignorant people to understand. Everybody has their own train of thought. Everybody has their own
experience and my education as facts, right? Education as facts, as black and white written facts. I can speak on that. What I cannot do is tell you exactly what steps to take legally. I cannot give you that kind of legal advice. That I cannot do. I cannot operate in the duty of an officer when I'm no longer an officer. And even if I was an officer still, I still couldn't legally do that when off duty and not in uniform, right?
Missy Boone said it perfectly. Their trains are off the wrong track. Exactly. Crayons are not so sharp, you know.
Right. Today is today. So what profession I had back in like 2016, that doesn't matter today. Right. So you can go and you can look back and see what activities I was involved in high school. It doesn't matter today. You know, so if you want to make a folder on someone and you want to dig, you have to think to yourself, how does that affect what she is saying today? right? Like, what does it affect today?
Right.
It doesn't. You know, I resigned as an officer. I met with my captain, who's no longer a captain there, but I met with him and my first lieutenant, and they had a sheet of paper with phone calls. They had a big stack of paper, and I flat out just opened it up and I said, all those phone calls are me. Admitted, right? I didn't even have to be asked. I'm the one that asked for the meeting. I said, all those phone calls are me. That is me talking to Rincones on the phone. And my captain was like, well, I figured if anyone was going to be open and honest, it'd be you. And I said, yep, 100%. So then they slid me this stack of paper that had like little stickers sticking on the sides. And I was like, what is this? And I got handed a pen and they said, internal affairs investigation paperwork. And I said, so what does this entail? And they said, don't you want to keep your job? And I said, what do I have to do to keep my job? And they said, sign these and we're going to have him transferred out. You will never speak to him again. We're going to put this on him, manipulating you. He'll probably get another charge. And I said, no, because that's not what happened. I did not know that I actually was manipulated at the time. Now I know. But at the time, I did not believe that that was the truth. So I said, can I resign? And I was set to take any kind of legal ramifications. You want to adopt a cat? That'd be perfect. But I was willing to accept any legal ramifications. I had already set up just in case scenarios, in case I was arrested, because I understood the choice I was making. So that did not happen. They took my honesty and my integrity and they respected that. So I did not get arrested. I was able to resign on good terms, to the fact where I later applied for DART PD. That'd be Dallas Transportation Police Department, in case you want to look that up. I filled out the whole personal history packet, and Daniel's mother and Daniel thought I was absolutely insane because I noted the reason why I left my previous department was because I had a relationship and married an inmate. I put that on there. Why? Because that's the truth. And those people could decide to just throw away my application or follow up further. You know what they did? They followed up further. So then I went to the interview, the oral interview board, where I was at this big table with all these uniformed officers, including the chief of police of Dallas, asking me all kinds of questions, what I would do in this situation, how I'd handle this. And then that one came up. And again, right there with all these eyes on me, I told the truth. And they said, okay, well, let's get you scheduled for your polygraph. And I stopped. I said, wait. Didn't you all just hear what I just said? And the chief of police himself said, look, we are not looking for perfect people. We are looking for honest people who will admit when they've done wrong. And we feel that would be you. 100%. If I pulled out the wrong weapon and harmed a person or did something, I would be the first to be like, well, hold on. I did this. Not going to hide it. I did this. I will own my accountability in the choices and the actions I take in life. Now, why didn't I get that job moving forward? Because I had a tattoo before. I had more tattoos. I had a tattoo on my finger that's faintly there. It's faintly there because they had a strict policy at the time. No hand, neck, or face tattoos. When I was scheduling my polygraph, I adjusted my glasses on my face. The officer saw that tattoo on my finger. I was like, oh, hold on a second. And I said, look, I'm not attached to it. I can get it removed. And with a law enforcement discount, it was still almost $600 for the sessions I endured trying to get this tattoo removed. $25 tattoo, too. The pain I went through, and this tattoo would not go. It would not go. I decided, all right, I'm going to have to decline moving forward. Because it was not going anywhere. I really wish it would because it's Daniel's name, but it's still there haunting me. It's haunting me, reminding me of choices I made, and that's fine. That's what I get, you know. But at the end of the day, it's about owning your truth and your accountability and not blaming others for what is going on in your here and now.
100% facts.
So, and I've been as raw could be. Like, this is juicy information I bet y'all wish you found. And you could be like, oh,
we're gonna have a live about Texas too. Guess what we just learned? No, I'm telling it all. I'm telling it all because it's my truth. And I own the accountability. That's the difference between me and all of you over there.
Absolutely.
I'll hold my own live on you. We can have a whole Q&A. I don't block people. Not one of you are blocked.
Girl, they do not deserve to hear anything about you. They don't deserve that. They're over there patting Mallory on the butt because she's butthurt and needs her pamper changed. Whatever. But on that note, I gotta go cook my husband's supper. Y'all have a good
DFW area. I have cats that need homes. My rescue is overloaded. Please, seriously, hit me up. I can get them fixed for free for you. Hit the girl up. We need loving homes for them.
All right. Y'all have a good evening.